It's the HipHopGamer Show. What it is, HipHopGamer Show.
Hey, yo, what up? It's the one and only Hip Hop Gamer. I know y'all wondering, yo, Hip Hop Gamer got this crazy mask on. What's going on? Well, this only comes out when a whole new level of a dark side comes out. And after you play Overwatch, slap yourself if you don't play this game. Dude, Soldier 76, thank you for creating Soldier 76. That's my new guy. The game is crazy, like seriously. So let me ask you this, man. Well, first of all, introduce yourself, let them know who you are.
Sure, I'm Aaron Keller. I'm the assistant game director on Overwatch.
Oh my God, the assistant. Like, you know what, just take the belt. Just take the belt. I mean,
I get the belt?
Just take the belt. Just take the belt, man. Seriously, man. First off, the first thing I want to ask you is this, man. Like, characters. You have a long list of characters in this game. So how do you create balance within gameplay having all these characters? Because you don't want to run into those scenarios where it's, you know, you got characters that's overpowered, certain things seem unfair, then it's not fun. So tell me the struggle of that, how you guys accomplish that.
We do a ton of work on that side of the game. So there's 21 heroes in the game, and they all have like a totally unique set of abilities. Hero 76 plays different than any other character in the game. And it's interesting to say that, you know, how do we stop them from being too powerful? The first thing we always focus on is making a hero feel powerful. If it was possible for every player in the game to play a different hero and say my hero is overpowered, that's the way we would leave the game right there, because that's sort of the sweet spot for it. And sometimes you'll get feedback like that from people. They'll say, I can't believe this hero, he's so overpowered, but it's the only one I play, and I just kill everybody with him. We're like, oh, well, that's actually perfect.
Yeah, that's perfect. Yeah. Now, major question, man, is there a backstory to each of the 21 heroes that's there? Because to me, you know, I'm big on single player modes. Like, you know what I'm saying? I love, you know, engaging in story and learning and caring about the characters so they can mean that much more when I'm playing multiplayer and stuff like that. Will we see that in this game?
Definitely. Every single hero has a backstory. The whole universe of Overwatch has its own story as well. This is the first new universe that Blizzard has made in over 20 years. And with all of our other universes that we make with Warcraft and Starcraft and Diablo, we're always trying to make them like kind of as rich and as deep as we possibly can, and we're doing that with this one. And just recently we started releasing animated shorts for the game. So one came out, you can see it on the show floor here. It's called Alive, and it's a confrontation between Widowmaker and Tracer in the streets of...
Widowmaker's dope. Widowmaker's dope too.
She is awesome. So you should definitely watch that. Okay, you did. Yeah, and we're going to be coming out with more of those. We have digital comics that we're coming out. We're coming out with a graphic novel. So we have a lot of big plans for the universe and for all the stories that can take place in it.
Now, since you're talking about all this transmedia stuff, like comic books and movies and you know, and TV shows surrounding this game and stuff like that, do you see? Let me ask you this: with all the heroes that you have, can you name a few actors that you think can portray the heroes that you created in this game? I think that's a dope question.
Oh my gosh, that's pretty awesome, actually. I don't really know who would play Roadhog at this point.
I don't know either.
But a young Jack Nicholson would actually, I think, make a great Junkrat.
Young Jack Nicholson. Oh, you throw them names out there, man. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, shout out to Kobe. You know what I'm saying? You know, Jack Nicholson, he's always at the LA game. So shout out to Jack Nicholson too. But so now, a powerful. Here's the thing that I would say that I feel personally that's very powerful about the game and the fun factor in this game. It seems like if you play Call of Duty, right, and you play Battlefield, a lot of these games, you know, I love those games, but I don't really get the battlefield with those games. And I'll give you an example of what I mean. It's easy to kill everybody. Yeah. Like you, like 2 shots, you're dead and stuff like that. And you know, I know you get certain armor, things last long, but in this game, it felt like there was really a group battle. Yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying? And you last long. The energy behind it felt stronger. So, can you explain how, you know, like working as a team work in this game? Like, you know what I'm saying? In terms of how you come together, strategies, what's best for this, who works better together. Like, you know, give us more in-depth backstory on how you should play this game.
Yeah, so the team at its heart, it's a competitive team-based. I'm sorry, the game is a competitive team-based shooter, and so you need to be working with the other teammates that you're playing with. And as a starting player, the best thing you can do is to always be communicating and to always kind of stick around with what your team's doing, because it's really hard to go out there and just be the one guy that takes on the rest of the enemy team. And so all the heroes in the game, they have kind of like these over-the-top abilities, but they all fill different roles. And you were playing Soldier 76 a lot.
Yeah.
He's an offensive character. We also have defensive characters. That's who Junkrat is. We have tanks and we have support. So a support character would be somebody like a healer, and they can be healing your team as they're going in and fighting the enemy team. And a tank are like the really large characters, and they're kind of meant to go in there and kind of be the focus of attention for a little while and soak up all the damage. And so there's a lot of different strategies that can take place in there, and a lot of the heroes work really well with some of the other heroes. You played Soldier 76 a lot, and I remember internally we had this day where we were testing the game, and everybody on our team played Soldier 76. And we just wanted to see
I told you, man, that character he's so dope, man. I love his energy. Now, one thing I want to ask you about the game. This was like a little drawback for me in the game. though. It felt a bit sluggish at times. The reason why is because there was no run button.
Right.
So when I was like let's say I get killed and I'm trying to get back to my area, it just felt like it just took so long to get back to the area. And as a gamer, you want to keep it realistic, but you also want to, get right back in the game as much as you can. So will there be like a run button, or is it that particular character, or is that just something in the game that y'all put there for a reason? Because that's the only thing that I felt like, it had to go through so much to just get back in the game.
I could see that. So every character has like their own set of abilities, and a lot of those deal with mobility. It can be a really fast-paced game. So we have a hero Tracer, and she actually has the ability to do short teleports. She can get places really quickly. Winston, he's the big ape guy, and he can leap. He can leap like halfway across an entire area if he wants to. So as you get better at the game, and some like Soldier 76, in fact, he has a sprint button, but it takes it a while. You get used to the character, and then you see it's like, okay, I can actually move faster.
Oh, okay. So Soldier 76 to me is the best character in the game right now. Like that's just what it seems to me. I love. I mean, I love him. I think Soldier 76 because the Reaper is dope. And also, when I first saw Reaper, one of the things I said was just the art direction, the way it looks. It looks amazing. I think you said that there's skins, like special skins, that's going to be coming out. What's some of the things that you're working on to give the characters a new look and a new feel for the players? Yeah.
So recently we introduced a progression system into the game, and every time you level up, you'll get a loot box for doing it. And loot boxes can have all sorts of different things in them, but they're always going to be cosmetic, and they're geared towards making your character look or feel cool. And there's things in there you can get skins, and we have like legendary level skins, where like Junkrat, you could be the jester Junkrat, and he's almost like a clown. We also have the Strike Commander Morrison. It's the Soldier 76 skin, and it's him as a younger hero when he first joined Overwatch.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and then we have other things. You have like at the end of every game, there's a play of the game sequence, and it introduces the player who made kind of the most dynamic play in the match. You can unlock new animations for them to play. So with Soldier 76, you can get the animation where he's kind of like turning and jumping and firing in the air, and it's just kind of like a way to show off.
Now, I got a major question for you. There's been a lot of crossovers in the industry, like where you see, Street Fighter cross Tekken and stuff like that, things of that nature, and playing this game, a few other games came to my mind, and one of the games was Team Fortress, and another game was Borderlands. And if you had the opportunity to talk with, like 2K and, all these other companies and stuff like that, could there ever be a future for Overwatch versus Borderlands? I think that would be legendary. You can't even say legendary. You gotta say legendary. Like, you gotta change the word. like, what would that be like from a developer standpoint, considering the type of game Borderlands is or whatever? I think that would be genius because the characters, the way the gameplay style is, I think y'all could coexist in an amazing world. What do you think of that? Overwatch versus Borderlands?
It's a really cool idea, and the cool thing is, like, when cross-platform things happen, you don't necessarily have to take every single thing about one hero to bring it into another game.
Right.
And so you can make little changes to it and get it to work in another world. And the funny thing is recently we have another game, Heroes of the Storm, and we just brought Tracer. So we brought Tracer from Overwatch, and now she's a hero in Heroes of the Storm.
Crazy. Now, I gotta ask you 2 more questions. We're gonna wrap it up. Next question is, how do you feel about esports, where it's going? E-League is actually launching May 24th, so every Friday night you're gonna have these tournaments and stuff like that. I think it's amazing. I love it. But what are your thoughts on esports and gaming overall, where it's at today, and where does Overwatch live in that world?
Yeah, okay, so I love it. Blizzard, we have a great history with esports, with Heroes of the Storm and StarCraft and Hearthstone, and I think that Overwatch is a really fun game to watch people play, especially at like a competitive level. We have a whole competitive scene that's grown around our game just in the beta, and I think it could make a great esports, and we've got some big plans for it as an esport. We're not quite ready to talk about it yet, but we'll be talking about it soon.
Okay, and the last thing is, I know I said something about the single player. I wanted to ask you about single player with this game. Will there be a single player mode that have like a full-fledged story where people could actually like learn about characters or learn about rivals or learn about like all types of stuff like that through its own mode? Or are you going to utilize the TV show to tell you that or whatever? Because me personally, I'm big on story in any game because that's what makes me care about everything else the game has to offer. Do you guys got plans to do a single player like fully featured campaign for this game, or will it be a DLC and this is just the base ground for multiplayer? Like how do you guys plan on doing that?
Yeah, well, I mean, we definitely want to tell a ton of story for this game, and we're going to have a lot of story happen outside the game like we talked about, but right now we're just focusing on the multiplayer side of the game.
Okay.
Yeah.
So hopefully DLC will give us a story or something like that. I would love to see it, man. I'm telling you, I think you guys got something incredible like on your hands, and looking at the graphics, like looking at it right now, like graphically, the joint, like the special effects, it's like I can imagine if I was using this in VR or something like that, and the special effects, it blow your mind. So I just think you guys is working on something great here, and like that's pretty much it. So when can we expect the game to come out and be available for the consoles?
It comes out May 24th, PC, PlayStation 4, Xbox One.
What about PS4K?
What? I'm not sure.
I had to throw that out there. What's up? Huh?
Possibility of cross-platform.
Yeah, with the like, will Xbox players be able to play against PlayStation 4 players? Is that an option, considering that I know Microsoft is open to doing that?
So right now we're not planning on doing it, but things could change in the future based off of how well it goes.
Okay, cool. Well, I hope to see it. I think that'd be so dope if you guys had like a prize for the best player on whichever console, like whoever. Yeah, like so if you had like a PlayStation person at the leaderboard, then like there's like a skin that comes out. PlayStation owns Xbox, or Xbox owns PlayStation as a skin. Yo, that would be crazy. Yo, I love it. So look,
Mortal Kombat does with the factions.
Yeah, with the factions, that'd be so crazy. I love your game, man. I love it. We just had fun playing it, man.
It means a lot.
Yo, God bless you. I thank you so much for your hard work, man. And if there's anything that you could say to the fans about the game, something that you want to leave them with, go right ahead.
Yeah, so we're so excited for the game to come out, and our team is incredibly passionate about our game. We play our game every day, and we're really excited to just see how fans react to the game, and we're excited to become a part of the community that forms around the game.
Yo, God bless you, man. Look, love you guys. Thank you so much for your work. It's your boy HipHopGamer Hot 97. You already know what it is, man. I brought the mask out for the first time, so you know it's real. Check out Overwatch. All right, May 24th? Yep. May 24th. Go get it. Peace.